It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, September 14th, 2016. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins and I your 11 a.m. news and tonight's top story at the 11 a.m. hour is Colin Powell hacked email calls Trump a national disgrace. Mike Isaac, New York Times, was among journalists who traveled to Pittsburgh to test Uber's driverless vehicle. Bears, $66 million deal to buy biotech giant Monsanto company could spell the end of the lucrative and controversial second half for a company that traces roots back more than a century. The European Union needs a military headquarters to work towards a common military force, the combination president told the MPPs in Strasbourg. The Ohio boy photographed in the back of the SUV as two adults passed out from a overdoses slumped in front of seats has found a new home in South Carolina. North Korea has an abundance of uranium reserves and has been working covertly for well over a decade on a project to enrich the material to weapons-grade level. Pope Francis celebrates the massacre. Father Jacques Amadeus back to Kin today. A UK parliamentary report has severely criticized an intervention by Britain and France that led to overthrow the Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. As part of the 10-year U.S.-Israel security aid agreement, the Israeli government has signed a letter promising to give back any money that Congress appropriates effectively preventing Congress from giving Israel any more money than President Obama. Alright, take a look at some UPI world news. Wuhan, China. A riot erupted in Wuhan, a Chinese fishing village that was once dubbed a symbol of grassroots democracy after the ruling Communist Party leader. Beijing. The Chinese foreign minister had said that he welcomes an additional United Nations Security Council measured against North Korea as necessary. Strasbourg, France. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker proposed on Wednesday that the EU establish a military headquarters to build toward a permanent defense force. Taipei, Taiwan. Super Typhoon Mercy grazed Taiwan early Wednesday, but the strongest storm this year is headed toward mainland China with 115-mile-per-hour winds. Arkhangelsk, Russia. 5 Russian meteorologists who were trapped by polar bears at a remote station received help chasing away the animals Tuesday night. Troublesome Julia knocks out power in Georgia as it shows a fairly quiet weather pattern for most Caribbean islands with a chance of isolated showers. A father pulled out a machine and another driver driven by the roadway in Worcester Walls. Two children were in a car, 40 said. In a long-awaited sign that middle-class Americans are finally seeing real economic gains, U.S. households get a raise last year after 7 years of stagnant incomes. Former students at ITT Technical Institute are refused to repay their federal student loans in a protest designed to pressure the government into canceling the debt of everyone who alleges that they were defrauded by the now-defunct for-profit chain. Albany, New York. A New York Assemblyman who killed himself Friday won his Republican primary. Atlanta, Michigan. Michigan State Representative Peter Patel, a well-known advocate for repealing the state's helmet law, died in a motorcycle crash. He was wearing a helmet. Washington. President Obama plans to increase in the number of refugees accepted to the U.S. next year to at least 110,000, a nearly 60% jump from 2015. Donald Trump scrapped plan to discuss medical exam. If there are any winners of the Wells Fargo and Company scandal, it might be American Bank's not-for-profit country cousin, the credit union. Washington and price of foreign imports to the U.S. fell August 1st, the first time since February, a sign of historically low oil prices continued to weigh in on inflation. While the now only rounded by end-of-balance settlements, crude oil prices continued drifting lower than early Wednesday, traded on weak European economic data. Washington industry leaders said moving forward with a Dakota Access Pipeline is central to keeping the U.S. shale oil sector a strong component of the national economy. London, the faster the economy of the oil-rich Canada adjusts to slow growth, the more the security situation will be, a senior central bank official said Wednesday. Moscow. Aircraft taken out on carriers distributed almost real military action in the Visitors Army 2016 forum, which recently took place outside Moscow. Alright, take a look at some stocks now. It's up 39 at 17 points at 18,105.92. SP5 up 6.59 points at 2,133.61. And NASDAQ up 33.13 points at 5,188.38. The most precise map in the night sky ever assembled to take shape. Astronomers working on a gas space telescope that released that first trench of data recorded the position and brightness over that billion stars. A team of Russian weather experts claimed that the station on the ice-covered Arctic Island is besieged by polar bears, according to a report by the Russian news agency TASS. On September 1st, scientists from the Wildlife Conservation Society used satellite imagery every day to conclude that human interference has led to a 10% decline in wilderness and over the last few decades. The sugar industry began funding research that casts doubt that sugar's role in heart disease apart, but pointing the finger at as early as the 1960s, according to an analyst of newly uncovered documents. London. Electricity may have helped about 18,000 people in England give up smoking last year, and there is no evidence of serious side effects associated with the use up to 2 years, according to studies published in the Tuesday. For the first time, live baby mass have been successfully produced by injected serum into a modified and active mass embryo rather than a fertilized egg cell, according to scientists. Household dust contains a wide range of toxic chemicals potentially exposed to people harmful compounds in their own homes. A new evidence review contends. Donald Trump has embraced a trying to choose schoolyard detective sparks away Hillary Clinton's barbs. He's flinging her words back at her. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are lobbing stones at each other, whose glass house is more opaque. It's a battle of comparative transparency that has been fought on at least 4 fronts of this week from textile workers and family foundations. Washington and Governor Kentucky used stock imagery to describe the danger Hillary Clinton personally over the weekend and couldn't ask them whose blood will be shed as a result. Alright, looking at some local news in Norfolk. A child was struck by a car Wednesday morning at a bus stop on Grove Street. The 2-year-old boy was taken to Tubbs Medical Center by a medical carpenter. The accident occurred around 8:30 a.m. The cause of the accident is under investigation by police, but people at the scene said the spot where the boy was hit was at a bus stop on Grove Street. The boy was found in the wooden area upon being struck. Witnesses said he was conscious and talking following the incident. The family had just moved in the neighborhood about a month ago, said one nearby resident. Providence, Rhode Island. Environment officials say rust-colored patches in local waters pose no threat to public health. Peter Chow News Time is now 11:07 on this Wednesday morning, going on Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for Sports Report. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Baltimore Orioles in the finale of a 3-game series at Fenway Park. NFL is pledging $1 million players safety concerns about concussions. Shout out the game as NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell wrote a letter announcing the funding and outlining the new initiative called Play Safe, Play Smart on the program's website. Alameda, California, Oakland Raiders quarterback Sean Smith, who signed a $40 million free agent contract with the Oakland this season, all of the poor play, which led to the second half benching in a 35-34 win at New Orleans. Peter Chow News Time is now 11:07 on this Wednesday morning, going on Wednesday afternoon. Time now for a traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's stop you on the MTA where the 7S4 Express and model lanes of the traffic on the commuter rail. Looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, look at that highways and byways of the 6-state New England region. Merritt Parkway in the southbound side. It is backed up around the Bridgeport stretch. A4 westbound side is backed up to Route 8 in Torrington. A4 eastbound side back around 684 in Ridgefield, New York. But 91 at the northbound side is backed up around 291 out in Hartford, Connecticut. Out in Rhode Island, 95 at the southbound side is backed around 295 in Warwick. Central and western Massachusetts highways are looking good. Route 3 on the southbound side, it is backed up from 228 at Rockland all the way up to Route 123 in Hanover. Southern Expressway, the northbound side is backed up from Quincy all the way to the Mass Park. Southern Expressway, southbound side back into the park all the way down to Dorchester. 120 at both ends, it's backed up around Route 3 in Burlington. Route 3 to the southbound side back around Burlington. 93 to the southbound side back on the Medford stretch. 120 at the northbound side is backed up from Hans Street and Neal all the way up to the Mass Pike around Route 9 in Wellesley. 93 to the southbound side back on the Stoneham stretch. Up in southern New Hampshire, it's looking good, and highways and byways at Maine are looking good, and A9 southbound side is backed up after the Canadian border up in northern Vermont. Okay, Peter Chow News Time is now 11:09 in the morning time on this Wednesday morning, going on a Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. And the latest on the topics. Ian, 11 a.m. advisory, 31 before the north, 53.0 to the west. Bounce the same winds, 50 miles per movement, north at 20 miles an hour. And the latest public advisory shows Ian moving north over the central Atlantic. And Julia. It's 40 miles per hour winds with 31.4 at the north, 81.3 to the west. North, northeast at 6 miles an hour. And there are no coast watch report the fact that 11 a.m. The center of tropical Julia was located to do latitude 231.4 to the north, longitude 81.3 to the west. Julia is moving towards the northeast 36 miles or so, and the rapid motion is expected over the next couple of days. Julia is likely to be entered the northern Georgia 7 South Carolina coastline for Thursday. Maximum safe was out near 40 miles or higher gust, so we can do this forecast during the next 4 hours. That Julia is expected to become a tropical depression overnight. Tropical force wind at was 1 in 50 miles and 85 kilometers in the center. To the northeast of the center, its minimum central pressure 1,011 millibars, 386 inches, and wind gusts to tropical force winds are possibly along the portion of the coast of Georgia and southern South Carolina today. Rainfall. Julia is expected to produce total rainfall accumulations of 3 to 6 miles inches along the median coastline of South Carolina from Georgetown southward and 2 to 4 inches near the southern end of Georgia as the maximum amounts up to 10 inches are possible along the median coast of South Carolina. Julia is expected to produce total rainfall accumulation of 1 to 2 inches elsewhere on the coast from the far north. Eastward of the far 7 North Carolina, this rainfall could lead to flash flooding, especially in Georgia and South Carolina, and an isolated tornado is possible across 7 South Carolina today. And take a look at the source number 12, 35 power winds with a 1,009 millibars and located 70.0 in the north, 25.2 to the west. Looking at radar, it shows a line of showers and storms from eastern Quebec, stretching to the northwest of New Brunswick, and stretching up the north central Maine and New Hampshire, about Vermont, and line of rain showers stretching the central and western portions of New York State. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Oh, positive weather outlook because scattered strong, perhaps severe thunderstorms are possible this afternoon, early evening, maybe between 2 and 8 p.m. Temperature winds are the primary factor. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, chance of shower after 4 p.m. Increased skies average 84 degrees southwest, about 9 to 11 miles an hour. Wind gusts is high 21 miles an hour, just makes you 30% new percent between the 10th quarter and the time of possible thunderstorms. Tonight, chance of shower available for 7 p.m. Most skies got crept and mostly clear skies about 54 degrees north, about 6 to 11 miles an hour, just makes you 30% new percent less than 10 minutes possible. Thursday, Senate most skies got say about 44 degrees. Winds north about 10 miles an hour, shift to the 6 miles an hour, become common in the evening first. Friday, Saturday, most skies covered. Say to be about 48 degrees. Common covered south at 6 miles in the afternoon. For Saturday, most of the sun most skies covered. Say at about 61 degrees. Sunday, chance of showers. Most skies covered. Say at about 64 degrees. Just reaching 50%. Monday, parts of most skies covered. 78 about 61 degrees. And for Tuesday, parts of covered 81 degrees. Currently, not here. It's 80 degrees with fair skies. Humidity of 58%. And here, Naughton, it's 81 degrees. And Taunton, 80 degrees. With a humidity of 69%. And that is it for the Peter Channel. 11 a.m. news report on this September 14, 2016 on Wednesday on PTV. Good afternoon and good positive. See you for a Peter Channel evening newscast right after the Wheat Lions men's soccer game gets going, and have a good evening and go Lions soccer.